The next mainline Mario Kart game has officially been revealed as Mario Kart World, and it is going to be the biggest game in the entire series, with 24 racers, 50 characters, and of course, a massive open world. This game is launching alongside the Nintendo Switch 2 on June 5th, so there's less than 2 months to go, and while we've got a ton of information from the trailer and the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, there's still some questions about this game that haven't been answered yet, and presumably will in next week's Mario Kart World Direct. So while we wait for that Direct, I'll be going over 7 unanswered questions about Mario Kart World. So yo guys, Crazy Tendo here, and let's get straight into the first question, which is why exactly is this game $80? Yes, one of the biggest questions around this game is why the heck does it cost $80? Now the other day Nintendo did give somewhat of an answer to this, but it pretty much said that the game is big and has lots of content, which I mean, yeah, that's obviously why it's $80, but what elements in the game justify the $80 price tag? In 2023, Nintendo released Tears of the Kingdom, the massive open world sequel to Breath of the Wild, and priced it at $70, which made people go crazy. Some people still didn't think the price was justified when the game came out, so again, what makes Mario Kart World $80 instead of $70 like Donkey Kong Bonanza, the first 3D Donkey Kong game in over 20 years? It looks like an absolute massive 3D platformer, but again, this is $70 instead of $80, so why the heck is Mario Kart $80? I've already pre-ordered Mario Kart World, so it's not like I'm mad enough about the price to not buy it, but I still feel like somehow I'm getting a bit scammed. I feel like that they could somewhat properly answer this by also answering the next question I want to talk about in this video, which is what exactly can you do in the open world? The entire game is centered around this massive open world, hence the name Mario Kart World, and Nintendo has put extra emphasis on said open world by not only stating that every track is connected and you drive between tracks in Grand Prix, but by introducing a free roam mode, which sounds awesome because we get to drive around this vast world, but what exactly is there to do? Nintendo hasn't showcased this yet, but I believe it's very clearly going to be a story mode of sorts. They said in the Treehouse Live that there's way more than they're showing off, which will be revealed in the Direct, and I honestly don't see what it could be besides a story mode or campaign of sorts, which could be how you unlock new characters, as I doubt you start the game with every single one of them. Furthermore, the story mode could also be how you unlock the special cup for Grand Prix by beating the story. We only see 7 cups in the Grand Prix selection screen, which is an odd number, and we haven't seen a look at Rainbow Road yet, but know it exists thanks to an image Nintendo of Korea posted. I think the story mode could be really sick, and I really hope Nintendo does have this because it also helps to justify the price. But while the open world concept is incredible, its inclusion in the main Grand Prix mode has some fans worried, because when you drive between the tracks, the path getting to the next course actually counts as the first 2 laps of that course, and you only get to play 1 lap on that course. There will be some exceptions though, such as DK Spaceport. We see that the first 3 laps are getting to the course, and then there's 5 laps of the course itself. But the track isn't a traditional lap format either, and you really just go from one side to the other, and it's like 5 checkpoints across one large course, similar to Mount Wario or Big Blue. If you can tell by now, this question that I'm wondering is, can you turn off the ability to drive between tracks to the Grand Prix mode? Because the concept of only getting to race 1 lap on most tracks is kind of bizarre. For the first track in every Grand Prix, you do the traditional 3 laps, but then afterwards is just going over a pretty straight highway looking track to the next course, doing that for 1 lap, so on and so forth. So I'm wondering if there's an ability to turn this off, or the inclusion of versus mode, leading into the next question, will this game have versus mode and battle mode? I think it would be a shame to not have versus mode. Personally, I mostly play versus when I'm with friends in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so that everyone can choose the courses they like, and for this game, having a versus mode would then allow you to have a full 3 laps on each course you play. But versus mode isn't the only mode that should return, as I believe that battle mode needs to make a comeback as well. They could bring back older battle modes for this game, as well as entire new ones that utilize the open world, maybe something like hide and seek, or something like that, where you start out with 1 seeker and whoever he finds joins him as a seeker to try to find all the players in a certain time limit. Of course, this would have to be locked to a specific area of the map at a time, as hide and seek across the whole map at once would be a bit too chaotic. But either way, versus mode and battle mode need to make a comeback. This next question is directed right at you guys. How many of you watching this video have subscribed to the channel? Not a lot, it seems. We're so close to 500 subs, guys, and if we can somehow reach that number by the time Switch 2 and Mario Kart World launch in June, it would mean the world to me. It's free, so if you guys aren't losing anything and you get notified when I upload a brand new Mario Kart World video or Switch 2 video, and it really helps out the channel overall. Anyways, enough of that, back to the video. Now going back to the game's tracks, I gotta ask, how many of them will look this basic? Almost all the tracks we've seen gameplay of so far look too empty or too simple, even with 24 racers, but we've mostly seen tracks for the first few cups, so hopefully this isn't an issue for the rest of the game. I mean, Mario Kart with friends is fun no matter what you're playing. Hell, with the right group of people you can make Baby Park even seem fun, but if you're playing alone or online with randoms, tracks like these might not come out as super fun. Don't get me wrong, a lot of this looks really cool, and to be fair, the Grand Prix gameplay in the Treehouse Live was only at 100cc, already, so that's probably messing with me. But these layouts don't look as crazy and intense as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's, so hopefully they showcase the craziness of some tracks in the direct. One of the things shown in the Treehouse Live but wasn't talked about was this pop-up saying you drove 300 kilometers, and the way it's shown really makes it look like an achievement. So naturally, if this is an achievement and we are getting achievements in Mario Kart World, what did they give you? Mario Kart 8 didn't have achievements, but I mean you could unlock kart parts by getting a certain amount of coins. But with the removal of kart customization in Mario Kart World, there isn't really a lot that could be really useful for here, so I don't think that these achievements are for unlocking new karts, and I also don't think that they're for unlocking new characters either, as I believe that you'll unlock characters in this game through the story mode or the free roam mode by going up to the character in the world and doing a little mission that they give you. I think that just makes the most sense. I don't know what the achievements could really do, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know down below. The final thing I want to touch upon in this video is again sort of linked to the $80 price tag, but will we get any post-launch support or free DLC? Yeah, I know, I'm sounding a bit greedy here, but just hear me out for a second. Nintendo could make this a game they support for a long time and add new things even after launch to help justify that price tag. Whether that be new costumes, new characters, or hell, maybe even new courses. Honestly, I think people still might be a bit unhappy with this result, but oh well, you can't make everyone happy, and I'll gladly take free extra content. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass is one of the best money for value DLCs in a video game, and while I'm not expecting anything anywhere close to that much new content, especially for free, post-launch support is something they should definitely do. It would help to justify the price, and hopefully they give us some sort of hint at that in the Nintendo Direct. Even with these questions making it seem like I'm not excited for this game and that I'm skeptical, I'm not. I've already pre-ordered the game like I mentioned, and I'm really looking forward to making even more videos about this game leading up to its launch and afterwards. So remember, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested. We've got less than 2 months to go till the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World launch. Lots of content will be on the way that you guys will definitely enjoy, but in the meantime, here's a video on screen about the best and worst track from every Mario Kart game. With that being said, yo guys, Crazy Tendo here, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.